So I'm going to say something that may annoy people. A lot of real estate agents aren't solving the problem. They think, I need more leads, but usually that's not true. What they need is more trust because top producing agents don't generate attention differently. They build their entire business differently. And once you see that, you cannot unsee it. The average agent's answer to growth, more lead generation. Buy leads, run ads, cold outreach, prospect harder, more volume, more hustle, more chasing. And listen, some of that absolutely works. But here's the problem. If your business constantly depends on convincing strangers to trust you quickly, that's an exhausting model because trust is expensive when it has to be created manually every time. That's why so many agents constantly feel busy, but not necessarily scalable. The issue isn't effort, the issue is leverage. Top producers understand that. Average agents often don't. What top agents actually understand. Now, obviously, not every successful realtor uses content. Let's be honest, but the smart modern agents understand one massive truth. Trust can be built and leveraged repeatedly. That's the unlock. If you explain market timing, buyer strategy, local neighborhoods, seller's mistake, relocation advice, and those assets continue working, your credibility starts scaling. That's wildly different from manually rebuilding trust every single time. That's why top agents think like business owners, not operators. Operators stay busy, owners build systems. Let me put this simply. Average agents market listings, top agents market trust. Huge difference. One says, look what I'm selling. The other says, look how I think. Guess which creates more stronger client confidence? Exactly. Because homes come and go, and that compounds. That's why recognizable agents often win disproportionately. People don't choose based on inventory, they choose based on confidence, and confidence is emotional. This is why two agents with similar experience can have wildly different outcomes. One feels like a commodity, and one feels like an obvious choice. The gap is positioning. Okay, top agents think differently about this. It matters because average agents often try to do everything themselves. And that sounds admirable, it's usually inefficient. Top producers protect high value time, client relationships, negotiations, revenue generating conversations, strategic decisions. They don't spend premium hours doing low leverage work forever. Editing videos at midnight, probably not the best use of our top producer's time. It's not laziness, it's business maturity. Here's what I believe. The next generation of dominant agents where it will increasingly look like media brands, not influencers. Important distinction. Trusted educators, visible experts, recognizable authority, because buyers are researching earlier, comparing longer, trusting content before contact. The trend is not reversing. And if your competitors start building that visibility now, that gap goes big fast because trust has momentum, search has momentum, recognition has momentum. That's why waiting is expensive. That's exactly why Viner Studios exists because talented agents shouldn't lose market share simply because the execution is fragmented. So we help agent build modern trust infrastructures, strategy, scripting, production system, editing, YouTube optimization, short form optimization, Reels repurposing, brand positioning, everything required to build authority without becoming overwhelming and overwhelmed. If you're building a business entirely on hustle, ask yourself one honest question. Is it scalable? Because the agents winning long term aren't always the ones working the hardest. They're often the ones building smarter. So if you want help building that system, subscribe here or connect with Viner Studios directly. And let's build something that compounds.